So we see sort of three questions that are worth asking when you're thinking about what the DNA of a culture-first organization is. The first one is, what do you believe that others don't? So, and it's actually a useful sentence structure. We believe that, ... And when you frame it, it should be something that a good portion of the population would look at you and think you're kind of crazy because you believe it, because they don't. One of my favorite versions of this is SpaceX. We believe that humans should be an interplanetary species. And just them saying that creates a space. They're sort of setting themselves apart from everybody else. They see a future that other people are actually afraid to see. And so asking yourself internally, what is it that this organization believes that other people don't? And that is that's the foundation of mission and vision and all these things. But you want to get it to that emotional level. You want to get it to that point where people feel it in their heart, not just their head. It's not about, we believe that we should be the number one person in this particular market. No one cares. What people care is that you believe there's a different way of doing business, or that there's a person whose needs are being unmet, or there's something that's more important. The second piece is, what is the promise you're making? So I like to say brand is a promise to a customer. And it is actually, to get to culture, you actually have to think externally. Like, nothing drives me more nuts than seeing people talk about brand with one group of people and they code to, this is what we are in the market and this is our brand characteristics and everything. And then they turn around and have a different conversation with a different set of people about what their culture should be. These two have to be interlinked. So brand is a promise to a customer, culture is how you deliver that promise. So when you think about culture first, you say, well, what do we believe that others don't? And what is the promise we are making? What is the promise we're making to our customer that we believe in, that we want our company to be built on? And then the last piece that this all sort of sits on is, what is that culture that's going to deliver that? And the framing I like to use and have is, what are you willing to hurt for? So I have this picture in one of my decks, which is, bleed with me and I'll forever be your brother. And so it's this question of, what do you care about? What do I care about? Hopefully it's not physical pain, but it could just be lack of sleep, not enough time with family, not as much money as I could earn somewhere else. It's not what we want to be on a good day. So often when people talk about values, they talk about things that are somewhat of a reflection of the moral code. And I actually like to play values bingo. So integrity, honesty, teamwork. Which of these do you have? Everybody has them. So your values, when they're done well, are an articulation of what you as a company are willing to hurt for. So it's those three things together that help you define what culture first for your organization is. What do you believe that others don't? What is the promise that you're making to your customer? And what is the culture that's built on? How do you define that? What are you willing to hurt for?